Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to this panel for Global Vegfest. This is a panel where we're joined by a number of vegan activists from Africa, and we're going to be talking a bit about veganism in Africa, some of the activities, some of the things that are going on. So, first of all, we're going to just go around and say hello, Rachel. This is Rachel. Hello. Rachel, you're from, well, we'll come around in a minute. We've also have Zoo. We have Kyobi. Welcome to Tivai. And I think we're now joined by Martin. Yeah, Martin, nearly there. Okay, so I'll just ask everyone to introduce themselves first. So Rachel, is you're next to me here, would you like to just say hello and introduce yourself?
Okay, I am Rachel Kabwe. I'm the founder of Vegan Society of Kenya and the Nairobi Feline Sanctuary. I have been vegan since 2012 November until now. Nice to meet everybody.
Thanks, Rachel. So that's Rachel. You're in Nairobi in Kenya. You've been vegan for 8 years. That's brilliant. So, well, nearly 9 now. So we look forward to hearing a bit more about.
Excuse me, Mr. Pittman. Where is your fiance?
Zoo. Hi, Zoo.
Hey.
Say hello. Who's he?
I'm here. So let me introduce myself. I'm Zoo. I live in Accra, Ghana. I started my vegan blog, The Ghanaian Vegan, a little over almost 2 years ago. So I've been vegan for 2.5 years. So yeah, I'm pleased to be here, pleased to be in the presence of all of you. And this should be fun.
Brilliant. Thanks, Zoo. Nice to meet you. And I should just mention that all our panelists here today will contribute to a recent copy of Forca Vegan. So you can read about more about what's up there. All our friends here in Forca Vegan Issue 3, that's available free online. Kyobi. Hi, Kyobi. Kyobi, you're muted. Do you want to take your mute off? And say hello.
Yes, hello.
Kyobi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay. My name, I'm Kyobe Ashraf from Uganda. I've been a vegan for 9 years, soon making 10 in April next year. I'm glad to be part of this festival. Thank you.
Thanks, Kyobe. And I know we've got a lot in common, so I've been looking forward to hearing more about what you've been up to with veganism in Uganda. Tivai. Hello, Tivai. Oh, you're muted. We can't hear you. That's it? Yeah. Hey,
can you hear me? Yeah, great. I it's good to be here. This is my second time of joining wonderful panel, and it's good to discuss veganism in Africa. My name is Tivai, not my real name actually, but popularly called Tivai. And
I think we might have lost Tivai just for a minute there. Yeah, Tivai, we lost you there.
I have no time. It will be 2 decades for me.
Yeah, that might be a little bit coming and going there. And now we're going to just come to Martin. So there's Tivai was in Ghana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, back again. Tivai.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. Yes, can you hear me, please? Sorry about that. Yes. So this is this is.
Oh, we lost Tivai, but we got Martin. Martin, hello. Martin. No, we lost him again. Oh, this will be fun. Martin, hello. Can we hear you? Okay, so look, folks, TiVo's coming and going. Martin, we haven't quite got. So I think what we'll do, we're going to go to Rachel, and we're going to. We've got good connections here with Rachel, with Zoo, and with Kyobi. So Rachel, I'm just going to ask you a little bit about, the Vegan Society in Kenya, and about what you're up to, and tell us a little bit more about your work. What's happening in there? Is you muted? Hello? Yep.
Okay. At the moment, Vegan Society, we are doing two things. We are focusing on three things. First of all, the vegan school lunches, where we are reaching children and teaching them about animal rights and planting their own food and combining vegan food, all the fun stuff. And then we also highlight the vegan businesses that are founded in Africa and that are using the African raw materials to make the vegan products. The other thing is we are trying to promote the plant-based treaty because we believe it is a very good way forward for us to save the planet. In a nutshell, that's what we are doing.
Okay, and did you founded the society? Is that right?
Yeah, I did. I started with a Facebook page in 2013, and eventually was able to register the society formally last year, 2020 February.
And have you seen much of a growth? You see people joining, and is it interest? Yeah. Is it growing? Yeah.
There is a very big interest from the public and also from the local businesses that are making vegan products.
Okay. And you mentioned the plant-based treaty, treaty, which is a new initiative launched, I think, just this year, which has really seen real quick uptake. I know we've got somebody tomorrow. Anita is going to be talking tomorrow from Toronto in Canada about the plant-based treaty. She's from the plant-based treaty. What's the involvement you've got with the plant-based treaty?
Come again?
What's the involvement you have with the plant-based treaty at the moment in Kenya?
We work together with the Animal Save movement, and so I promote it in that capacity, and also as a vegan, I think it's a very important step.
Yeah, we agree with that. Just been discussing with all our plant-based doctors about the benefits of, the plant-based diet, especially whole food, rainbow plant-based diet. So thanks, Rachel, and we'll come back to you in a bit. Zoo, the Ghanaian vegans. So you're from Ghana, obviously, and from Accra. And I think, tell us a bit what you get up to, because I think you use social media quite a lot, isn't it?
I do. So for me, that's where I started my my journey, at least my blogging journey, I would say. I started a page after I went vegan. I just wanted to show people how I eat, because I got a lot of questions when people found out, I changed my lifestyle. So I just made a page, to show how I eat. One of my favorite things has always been food. Food is my thing, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. So I thought, why not show my experience through my food? And so that's how I go onto social media. And so I just, try and make meals. And I think, obviously, food is not the most important thing about being vegan, but I think it's one of the things that people find the hardest to change, So I just try and make sometimes local meals and try and show people how to do them in a vegan way. just to show them that it's not that hard and everybody can make the switch. So essentially, that's what I do.
Okay, so basically food-based, and you mentioned it's sometimes hard to get people to change.
Yeah.
But also, food is one of the most attractive and best ways to get over that initial resistance, isn't it?
Yep.
It's like, hey, come and have some
Yeah.
food, you'll be hungry. It's like, leave it another hour, you'll be more hungry. It says, I have some good food here, some really good, colourful, vibrant food. Yeah. What's your favourite food then, Sue? What's your current favourite food?
Wow. That's a hard question. I like everything. But if I had to pick one, I'll say maybe jollof rice. It's been a favorite for me. Ghana jollof rice. It's been a favorite for years, so I'll pick that. Yeah.
What would you, if I was coming to dinner now? What would you cook me? What would you put a whole spread on? Or would I be getting some traditional Ghanaian food with a vegan twist? Or
yeah, for sure. I would. Yeah, I'll definitely try to make it as traditional as possible, but at the same time, make it in a way that you could easily just get into it and then enjoy it. You know what I mean? So I think the way I would make food for people would kind of vary for different people. So the way I'd make food for someone from, let's say, from Kenya or Uganda, like some of our other panelists, might be different from the way I make food for you. Because I've noticed a lot of people from Europe find our food very spicy, and
I love spicy food. It's all right. I'll be happy. Yeah, I'll be right. But you're right. It's true. Yeah. European palates are sometimes less adjusted to. I think that's what I would like. All the spices and the really, especially unique to Ghana, that would be really interesting.
That'd be great.
Are you going to open a restaurant or something? Are we going to have a Zoo's Ghanaian restaurant? Are we going to?
Maybe one day. Maybe. Why not? Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to travel again by then, because
I hope so.
If we're watching this in years to come, we're about to enter our third year of what looks like lockdown. So it's like, oh my goodness, can't go anywhere again. So we'll have to look at your Instagram, Sue, and get some inspiration to make some of your dishes. So make sure you put up in the notes. We'll run it across the bottom later, where we can contact you and follow you.
Sure, I will.
Nice one too. And I know you're really good pals with Tivai. Tivai is the person who put this panel together. Actually, Tivai, we can hold you responsible for introducing us all. Tivai, you run in. Can you hear us okay now? Are we good?
Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent. We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Tivai, you run the Vibrant Vegan Society of
Ghana.
Ghana.
So director of the Vibrant Vegan Society of Ghana and the Accra Animal Save, yes. And the Accra Animal Save.
And tell us a little bit about these events, because I've been lucky enough to see, for probably, most of the year now, I think we've been seeing bits and bobs of your shows. So tell us a bit more. What happens at the Vibrant Society events?
Well, the Vibrant Vegan Society, in collaboration with the Accra Animal Save, have organized a series of events within this year. The last one we did was a plant-based treaty advocacy, which happened at the central part of the country, which is the Independence Square, we call it. It is in the capital of the country. And then we had activists like Zoo was also present. We had Martin, who is unfortunately not with us now. He was also part of, and then other activists also joined in the advocacy. Besides that, we also believe that using edutainment, which means education entertainment, fused together, is a very powerful tool we can use to advocate for veganism. So for the past 4 to 5 years, we've been using these to bring, especially non-vegans. Our focus is mostly non-vegans, because if you're already a vegan, you've already transitioned. I mean, but if the education is still not complete, at least you've transitioned 90%. So there's so much work to be done. But our focus is mostly to bring together non-vegans so that we can tell them about what veganism is all about and demystify the concept to them. And so we've been hosting programs, to be organizing programs, I beg your pardon, for about close 4 to 5 years now. And we had one that blew our mind was the film screening, which happened that was 3 months ago. Yes, and it was really awesome. The attendees were mostly non-vegans, and when they watched the animals being tortured in the documentary titled Dominion, they realized that animals had feelings, animals are sentient beings, animals are not supposed to be killed. But some of them to go vegan. As I speak to you now, I get some questions from
so I think we're just losing you.
Some of these, for meat products.
I think we're just losing Tivo a bit, not to worry. We've got a good chunk there. Oh, so thanks for that, Tivo. We've lost you for a bit. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do is to move on to Kyobi and say hello to Kyobi. Kyobi, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Kyobi, thanks for joining us. You're joining us from Uganda, right?
Yeah, I'm from Uganda.
Okay. And you have been vegan, I think you said sort of 9 years or something. And what do you do? What's your favorite form of activism then for spreading veganism?
As you see, I'm dressed up in a football jersey.
Oh, yeah. And which
behind here, there is a word vegan.
So you're football, you've got a football team. What's the football team?
I formed a corporate football team within my community. Just aiming to... Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Aiming for networking, fitness within the community and other institutions around. Later, through my interaction with my teammates, they realized that I'm living a vegan lifestyle. So I had to convince them also to become vegans, which they all embraced.
Wow.
After that, we decided to change the aim of the team. Through fitness, we do fitness, aerobics, and other sports activities. After all of them turning vegan, we decided not to just keep quiet with our secret of being vegan and living a vegan lifestyle. We even changed the name of the team. For the start, it was called BYC. BYC, it's Busoga Yukan, the name of our village. Afterwards, as my team joined and they all decided to go vegan, we are now changing the team to Vegan Uganda, as you can see here on my jersey. From this to this. With my friends, we found out that football is so attractive.
That's brilliant, Kyobi.
Yeah, we found out that football is so attractive to the community. People could gather to watch us. So through spreading this word of veganism, we decided to start participating in community sports activities, all voluntary programs organized around the community, putting on our jerseys. And people would like to know why are the word vegan written on our jerseys. So through that, we had to explain and then let people what does the word veganism mean. We have not done it here only in my area, but we have been traveling to our nearby towns, spreading the word of veganism. And as I speak now, the word vegan has become more popular, and everyone, if you come at our area and you talk about vegan, everyone will explain. Few of them doesn't know the word veganism. We have done this because we have several corporate clubs around town, and through participating into their league and competitions, people were all eager to know, why is this team on their jerseys that the word vegan is written on them? So after and before the game, we had to sit down and explain to our fellow teams, what does the word vegans on our jersey mean? Through that, we have managed to conquer the hearts of the people, and many people are coming to join us. Many people are making decisions of going vegan because we're healthy or fit. We talk about, we enlighten them about the vegan benefits of living a vegan life, economically, environmental, and health wise. So through football, we are trying to raise awareness to the community, and as I speak now, it's making a change. Though we get criticized, but we could not give up. We promise we'll do it until.
That's wicked, mate. Honestly, that's fabulous. We've got a football team up the road called Forest Green Rovers. They're about 20 miles from where I am. They're a vegan football club, Forest Green Rovers. They're all vegan. All the food is vegan. All the players eat vegan during the season and stuff. They're run by a guy who's vegan. They're doing really well. They're top. They're top. They're top now. They're going to get promotion this year. So, but Forest Green Rovers are spread all over the world now. They're one of the most well-known teams in the world because they're vegan. It's a really, really interesting way of spreading that message. And I love it. You know, we're lucky too. We had a gentleman by the name of Neil Robinson who used to come to all our shows. And Neil was playing professional football in England 50 years ago. And he went vegan in 1980, I think. So 41 years ago, he was playing top flight football, professional football, as a vegan in 1980. Sort of recognised as the first vegan professional footballer. But of course, now we have a whole Premiership team. I mean, I think there's a whole about 15, 20 Premiership players in the UK now, all vegan. It's fabulous, really, brilliant. So, Rachel, you run a sanctuary too, isn't it? You have a sanctuary in Kenya. Oh, you're muted.
I have a cat sanctuary in Nairobi. At the moment, we have 156 cats, and most of them are either special needs cats, very old cats, or pregnant mothers that were roaming the streets. So we try to focus on those ones.
Cats. Only cats, yeah?
Yeah. We have about 90% of the cats cannot be adopted, but we do try to adopt out the ones that can be adopted.
What do you see as the main problems really still stopping growth of veganism in Kenya? Is there anything in Kenya that you think, is perhaps traditional use of animals, or is there anything? What's stopping growth? Do you think? What barriers do you see?
The culture, because our culture revolves around meat eating, like giving animals for dowry during marriage ceremonies, and actually, literally everything social revolves around meat eating or exchange of animals as gifts or as currency.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So,
a
so
woman's body is counted by, I mean, like how many cows you are worth, and then your parents have to give that to their parents have to give that to you, to the girl's parents.
okay. So there's an issue of a sort of wealth. People will value, measure their wealth in how many animals they own and ultimately kill, I guess. So,
Yeah, but that is in a few communities, but generally for the modern community, it's just that the traditional means of dowry exchange is animals, cows or goats.
yeah, that's really
Yeah.
interesting. So it's a
Yeah.
real barrier to sort of an animal rights position that an animal has a right not to be used or commodified as
Yeah.
animals are sort of exchanged for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and do you think is that changing? Do you think that will change in the next 10 years? Is there what's going to help change that? What would help?
What will help is, I think, also the issue of land, the scarcity of land as the population grows. And then some communities are making an exchange of money, like they'll count how many goats is she worth, then they'll convert that into money. Other than that, there is also, um, other than that, there is the education, uh, uh, the increase in education.
Oh.
That was not me. I don't, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So
Education is key, isn't it? We
yeah,
know this.
and another big factor is the lifestyle diseases that have become very prevalent. And obviously, when you get diabetes, you are asked to lower your cholesterol. So hence, that means you have to lower your meat consumption. And people, when the people start looking into that, they stumble upon veganism or vegetarianism, and then they start on that journey. So that's also a very big change that is making people go plant-based. Yes.
Yeah, health. Yeah, and that,
Yeah.
that is, isn't it? Because we all care about our health. We all care about different things, but our health is like
It's paramount. Yes.
Yeah. So and Zoo, I guess that your a lot of your food is pretty healthy too, and I would imagine you break down a lot of barriers with your food, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And just I can relate to a lot of what Rachel said. Um, for us here in Ghana as well, I think our traditional ways of cooking involve a lot of meat. It's like a lot of meat-based dishes nowadays. But I would say, in terms of like education and people wanting to change into like a vegan or plant-based lifestyle, uh, I would say the growth is slow as well, but there is growth, which is encouraging. I often have people, especially young people, coming to me saying they want to change the way they eat, but usually just for health reasons, you know, which for me, I don't have a problem with it because I think at the end of the day, we will still be able to achieve our goals if people switch for health reasons and then later on add other reasons to their initial reason for health. So, yeah, very relatable what she said. I think the dowry thing as well was, I don't think it's as much of a thing now, but it used to be a thing in the past in
right,
Ghana as well. People now prefer money, as opposed
right.
to animals. So that's progress. But yeah, same, very similar situation on the other side of the continent. Yeah.
And are you seeing? I mean, and actually, Rachel, I wanted to just ask you this because I think both of you. I just ask, did you get much help from? I mean, you mentioned all of you the plant-based treaty. Is there other groups that help, perhaps with resources or with educational tools? Can you access a bit of extra help? Is there some other resources that you get some help with? No.
She's Rachel. You're muted.
Rachel, I think you're. Yeah. That's just
no.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go on. No, you go on.
The Unmassive movement gives us materials to promote the treaty. Yeah, and we are very happy to do it.
And is there people at Vegan Society or Pro-Veg or any involvement from, can you perhaps access grants and such like from?
We had a grant from Pro-Veg in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, but we used that for the school, vegan school program.
Okay.
But we have not yet applied to Vegan Society, although they have welcomed us to whenever we are ready.
I think they've opened up, actually, Vegan Society have opened up a new grant application, or perhaps improved their existing grant application to welcome some more approaches. But I know there's some funding also from Veg Fund is another group that is open to some grant applications. So, Martin, hello. Can you hear us? Martin, can you hear us? Hello, Martin. Do you want to say something? Can you hear us?
Hi, Tim.
Hey, we got you, wicked.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I've been finding it difficult to connect, but here I am now. Yeah, I wanted to do something real quick before I get cut out again.
Yeah. Say hello, introduce yourself, tell us about what you get up to. You're very welcome. We want to hear. Yeah.
Come again, Tim.
Yeah. Say hello. Talk to us about what you're doing in Ghana with your activism and such like.
Perfect. So, okay, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Martin Stanley, usually called the Unapologetic Vectino, and I've been vegan for close to 3 years, and I think that's something I'm so proud of, so proud of, and yeah, I've been looking for it to inspire people just to find that consciousness to also adapt to this lifestyle, because I feel it's the only lifestyle that can transform the world's problem, looking at how compassionate we can be towards all beings, and also how we can also fight the climate crisis. It's the only.
Oh, hold on. Yeah,
this is
just slightly lost you there, Martin. So it looks a little bit of a delay between here and where Martin is, I think in Accra. Yeah, not to worry. So, T-Vi, I'm just going to come to you and say hello again. And T-Vi, we were just saying earlier with Rachel and Zoo about some of the sort of things that are holding back the growth of veganism in Kenya and in Ghana. What would you say to that, and how would we overcome that?
Well, I will say that, I mean, Rahel and Zulfika has said a lot about what seems to be the constraint of vegan advocacy and the progress of veganism in Africa. I mean, it applies in various countries. But what, for me, seems to be holding it back is basically financial constraints in pushing the agenda. And because we want to see a lot of people go vegan, and if we really want to see a lot of people go vegan, then it means more advocacies and more activisms. Albeit we're trying our possible best with meager funds that we can lay our hands on. I think that for me, the major constraints will be funds and finances.
Yeah, this is the same problem for so many, isn't it, in the grassroots especially, and we see it as a problem in the UK too, you know, where the funding is concentrated in a few hands, but quite often people are held back by lack of funding. What is interesting,
yeah,
and I'm going to ask you this, is I noted very recently that the Netherlands and Holland has become the first government to actually introduce now a definitive reduction in livestock farming process. They're going to be compensating livestock farmers. They've set aside something like 25 billion euros or something or other to over a period of time to really reduce livestock farming in Holland. I just wondered if there was any initiatives. Would you see any of your governments, any kind of moves, especially in relation with climate crisis? I wonder, Kyobi, if you see anything in Uganda? Is there a chance of any kind of government intervention? No. Hello, Kyobi? Oh, I was just wondering if did you hear me? I was just wondering if there was a likelihood of any kind of government. Is there any change in government? We see some change in the people, increase in people who demand for veganism, plant-based diets. So what about governments? Any changes?
Me, I'll agree with Tivai. The constraint of vegan movement and what's setting the vegan movement back is funds for activism. And our governments are not so much supportive.
So unsupportive, yeah.
Yeah, they're not so much supportive. At the district level, there are no money counted for animal rights. There are no money counted for, no funds totally for the animal rights.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Maybe we should just, no money constituted for fighting animal rights, and sometimes a lot of corruption.
Big problems to face. Zoo, what about you?
Otherwise, we should just get a clear way of funding, like we in Africa. I wish we have a good route of funding. Veganism could grow at a high rate. Like now we have a school program. You would like to move from one place to another, one school to another. You'd like to give out vegan starter kits. You'd like to give out flyers. We for us, like in active food, like we're using football as an activity of awareness. We need to move from one place to another. Getting involved with community-based, we call them CDO, community-based officers. They are also so supportive, but when they hear that vegans are coming on the community, in my village, they also think of money. Many people have not been supportive through the government. Like when they hear you coming to sensitize the people about veganism, they'll first think of their pocket. What will you put in their pocket so that they can help you to gather people? That's why for us we came up with an entertaining game whereby you can't call someone. Someone will just come to entertain them through entertainment. He or she will pick up the message you're trying to spread. But right now, what's in Africa, what's letting down the high rate growth of veganism is all about funds, the clear source of funds. And another thing, there are many, like in Uganda, we lack restaurants. We have few vegan restaurants.
Okay.
Many restaurants do not consider or do not consider vegans on their menu.
Not
yet.
They do
not.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not
so
yet.
You can drive miles and miles away to find where they could prepare you a vegan meal. Otherwise, when you get a clear funding, we can set up our restaurants locally. I know it can make some change. In other words, we can also have TV talk shows, radio talk shows. We can have radio programs speaking about veganism, raising awareness, telling people the benefits of living, economic benefits, healthy benefits, and developmental benefits. But that's all about money. You're not going to go to someone's station freely. You're not going to ask for a program on TV and you don't pay, So all in all, we lack funds to do each and everything. But for us, we are committed to change the community. We shall do it with the little we have until that more comes.
Good for you, QIB. I mean, all strength and courage to you. Do share your community details with us here, so people want to get in touch or perhaps show some support for you, or find out more about your football team, or try and buy one of your football shirts, or at least support your team. Do post your details, because I think there'll be people who'd like to support you. So what you're doing is really inspirational. So share your details there. And I'll mention you too. You can find these details in Forca Vegan Magazine issue 3. All of our panelists who've been interviewed. Zoo, I wanted to come to you because I've seen you were agreeing about sort of interested in that question about the government and whether there's some changes there, and are you seeing any movement? Obviously not so much in Uganda, but maybe in Ghana.
Same story here. I think at least for the Ghana government, from what I've seen, is really not a priority. The thing about, comparing Ghana to maybe other African countries to countries in the West, I know for some countries in the West, the government subsidizes costs when it comes to animal agriculture and all these things.
Yeah.
It's not really the case here. So meat is expensive. So sometimes you notice around, because people tend to eat a lot of meat around Christmas because of family gatherings and so on. Sometimes I see stuff on the news like they're encouraging people to buy more chicken or buy more beef because the people, but more in the sense that they want to help the farmers make money because they're not making any money. Do you know what I mean? So you see like government officials in like a farm, an animal farm, like, please come buy these guys their chicken and their beef and all these things because they're not making enough sales. So, I mean, if government officials are encouraging people to buy meat, then obviously they're not really, it's not even on their radar, to encourage people to go vegan. So I think it's definitely not a thing here. I don't really expect it to come about in the next few years. So I think it's really down to us, the citizens, to, encourage. I mean, the way governments work is that when people are moving in a certain direction, they follow. So if we are able to encourage ourselves, and we all move in that direction, I think then the government can follow and support.
Yeah, I agree with that. We've seen that too in the UK a bit. And what's really interesting, what we've seen is that because people go vegan, and then they're in positions of power. So there's people who are like vegan, and then they're like some of the big multinationals, the CEOs, like their children are vegan. So their children are growing up, and now they're like young adults, and they're vegan. So there's already like a vegan influence from right within some of the big, big corporations and big things. So change can happen. I mean, there's certainly in the UK within our governments. I mean, within say the Labour Party, which currently is not in power, but could be. You never know when these things can change. I think there's at least 10 vegan MPs now in the Labour government, Labour Party, Labour cabinet, what they call the shadow cabinet of Labour MPs. 15 years ago, there was one. So that's how it's changed, the influence. And now if Labour were to be in government in the UK, there would definitely be more plant-based subsidies. There would be more plant-based investment, infrastructure, investment in the oat industry, and growing hemp, growing UK growing. We're now growing lentils, quite a lot of crops actually in the UK that are not traditionally grown, and we're now growing. But we saw at COP26 in Glasgow last month, governments conspire to take livestock farming off the agenda. And they were caught out. The BBC revealed documents showing this happening. And it's left it loud and clear that it's up to the people all over the world. It's in our hands to push through this agenda, to make the case for animal justice, for climate justice, for food justice, and for people justice. And we have to make that case and keep encouraging. And Zoo, I agree, is that, governments do follow, people do follow. We have seen that in the UK with following those initiatives that have come from grassroots. This is why, TVI, the work you're doing is so important, because it's inspiring people around you and people around there, the people around those people, and it grows like that. And vibrancy is really important, because it's an energy that carries these things beyond money. So, and football, we know football transcends all of that. Transcends. I mean, football is just like, it's a kid's game, isn't it? You cannot stop that love for football. Okay, look, we've been chatting. We've overcome our technical difficulties. I'm really, really grateful for you all for joining this little panel. We're going to do more work next year, and invite you all to keep in touch, keep us posted. So I'm just going to go around you all. I'll just ask you to sort of say goodbye, or perhaps a closing note, and particularly some inspiration for people. It's a tough time all over the world. We know that. Everybody's faced with COVID. We're all faced with climate change, and we all want to work together, community-led collaborations. Rachel, what would you like to say on this happy occasion of this Global Vegfest panel?
Yes, I would like to say that the climate change is something that we can overcome, because during the lockdown, we saw the improvement that was there in almost every city in the world. There was a great improvement because the human interaction with nature was minimal. So that means that if we put more effort, we can actually overcome the catastrophe that we are facing now in the climate.
Yeah. Got to work quickly. So, what do you say?
Yeah, I agree with what she just said. I think also, I believe a good way to spread the word and to get more people to join us is to find things that they care about. I think the vegan lifestyle affects really almost anything we do in our lives. So if you're able to find something that someone cares about and you talk to them about how going vegan can improve, that side of their life, I think is a good way to bring people into the movement for them to know more about it and then to eventually fully transition and we can just make a change for the better. So I'd also like to give a quick shout out to everyone on this panel. I'm really inspired by everybody here. And thank you guys as well for having me. Thank you to Tiva as well, for the work he's doing in Accra, doing an amazing job. Martin as well, who's not here right now, but everybody's doing a great job, and I'm glad to be here.
Nice one, Sue. And thank you too. We love your passion, and you're really calm and clear about all this stuff. It's good stuff. We like it.
Thank you.
And we love what's going on too, Vi. We love what you're doing with the vibrant vegan society of Ghana is quite
Society of Ghana, yeah.
Quite a thing.
Yes. Yeah, yes, thank you. And with support of activists like Zoo and moral support from Rahel, and all of the Martin, and all the activists, across the globe, we are able to organize successful events, and it's good that and I'm quite honored to be part of this panel. I think despite all other technical hitches, I think it was a good panel discussion. And like we say, diet change, not climate change. And so if we are able to switch our diet to a vegan one, we can be able to rectify or curb the climate catastrophe we are currently facing. This is research, peer-reviewed research that has been done. So I would advise everyone watching us who's not yet vegan, who wants to transition to veganism, should take this bold step. It is not a difficult step at all. There is so much food that one can find, and I would also like to say that ask questions. If you want to transition, make sure you ask questions. Find out what the lifestyle is about. Is it just a diet? Is it a real lifestyle on its own? Is it about animals, human, non-human? What is it about? I think that once people understand that a transitioning process is one that encompasses all these, then they can make this full transitional process. So I'd like to thank you, Mr. Tim, to your co-producer also, Mr. Pitt, yes, if I mentioned the name right, and to Rael, to Zoo, the Ghanaian vegan, to Martin, Kayobe, yes, Kayobe is also doing an amazing job, and also very active in the plant-based treaty and a sanctuary, like I said, and yeah. And Zoo also is so active on Instagram and he's doing so well. He has so many followers and yeah, and everyone. And thank you for having us. I can go on and on and on and on, but I would not like to do that.
Nice one, T. It's a pleasure. We've really enjoyed it. It's been a real high spot for us for 2021 to make touch with you and to break bread with you, as I say. Although we're not quite able to virtually break bread with you. It's really cool to join up. And thank you so much for introducing us to all your wonderful friends. This is really vibrant, and that really is. So thanks, Tivai, Kyobi from Uganda, the vegan football.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Kyobi. And what's the name of the football team?
It's called Vegan UG now. We changed it from BYC to Vegan UG.
Wicked. Okay. And so do you want to say goodbye, Kyobi? And we'll keep in touch, yeah?
Hello?
Yeah, do you want to say goodbye? We're gonna wrap up the panel now. So just a few closing words from you.
Oh, a few closing words. First of all, I just want to thank all my fellow participants and all activists around Africa, around the globe. I encourage us not to give up. I know we're making a difference. Slow by slow, we're making a difference. We shouldn't give up. Time will come, our names will be written. Time will come, time is coming, our name will be written on the Hall of Fame. Thanks for standing up for the voiceless. Thanks for standing up for the voiceless. I know we get challenges, we are challenged, fellow friends, groups around our communities. Many people don't like us. I could be open about this. We get challenged, but we couldn't give up. I call upon everyone watching this panel, please do whatever you can for the good of our planet, for the good of our environment, where you are. Health-wise, please let us convince each and everyone to turn vegan. It's for ours. We're here with all living beings. This world is ours with them. It's not ours only. We should consider every life. Every life matters. We shouldn't make our plate look good, yet some other beings are being killed. You know?
Brilliant.
We shouldn't sacrifice. Yeah, we should not kill any other thing because of decorating our plate. I promise I'll do whatever I can for the little I have. I'll keep standing for the voiceless. I'll keep speaking for the voiceless. And I encourage all my panelists, activists around the world, around Africa, to continue doing this. One day, one time, we shall make it. Thank you very much. I send my regards to you all.
Okay, right. Thank you, Kyobi. Thank you for those stirring words. And we shall, on that note, we shall end our little panel. I just want to say thank you all for giving up the time, overcoming our little technical problems to deliver a really good, vibrant panel. And hopefully, as you said, inspiring. We need to keep going and keep sharing what you're doing. We want to hear, we want to know, we want to engage with this, support you, support each other's with this journey and grow. So, goodbye. Thank you. Keep in touch.
Thank you.